only have 118 of those available.
Wow.
That's not a lot. But let's start off with something with Lori Leland, who is our electronic expert, and talk about something that can be a life-saving product. And is really, truly one of the most powerful products that we present when it comes to your safety, your security, your well-being. If you've ever been in that moment where you've needed to call 911, and all of a sudden, whether it's a car accident, it's at home, you're walking from the mall to your car, your kids are at the bus stop, and maybe someone's approaching them, and they don't know what to do. And then you're fumbling trying to find your phone and try to call someone. Now, with the touch of a button, with that 911 pendant, you push that button, and within 30 seconds, you're automatically connected to a 911 agent that will be able to assist you and give you that peace of mind and get you help. Today, it's not $99.99, it's at $69.99. So phenomenal price. There are no monthly fees, there are no monitoring fees whatsoever. We're not gonna just stop at your lanyard and your 911 pendant. We're also going to include the 911 wrist alert. So that 911 wrist alert is great because that's that 120 decibel alarm. So if you're a jogger, you're a walker, you're at the park, and someone's coming near you and you feel a little uncomfortable, you feel like it's dicey. Hey, I don't want you near me, you're in my comfort zone. You're in my space, right? This is my bubble, back away. You can just hit that and it sets off that loud alarm. Let me run you through the colors, and Lori's gonna break down the technology. We have it in your black, we have it in your white, we come down to the fun, fashionable colors in your red, your teal, and your blue. Here is that wrist alert. That's the 120 decibel alarm that you push in the center. There are 2 bands that come included. You're gonna get a adjustable wristband, and you're also gonna get a larger wristband if a gentleman is wearing it. The batteries come installed as well, which is important, so you don't need to worry about that. And the batteries also come included for your 911 pendant. Now, we also have the watch on its own, but why would you buy the watch when you can get it included?
A lot of people already have the 911 Help Now pendant, so you might want this. But the
how much
wrist alert,
that's $30 on its own. So that's $29.99. And to Lori's point, maybe you already have it and it didn't come included, and you'd like to add it, by all means, you can do that. It's 674-636. We only have 100 of those available, but you're getting it included in this configuration for just $39 more.
I would just get another 911 Help Now pendant.
And then give it the other one away.
Absolutely, or you can spread these out throughout your home, because the great thing about this pendant is it's there when you need it. Simple press of the button and you're connected immediately and instantly to the local 911 operator in your area. But the really nice thing about this is there are no ongoing costs and fees. So like Robin mentioned, a lot of us have looked into this type of technology either for ourselves or for loved ones, and it was very cost prohibitive. For my mom and dad, they're a little bit older, it was gonna be $30, $40, $50 a month each for the rest of their lives. Wow, so that's a lot of money for folks to be able to afford. With this, there are no costs at all whatsoever. And here's what we love about it. It's so easy. And you mentioned, Robin, what if an emergency situation does happen? What if you happen to witness a car crash? Or maybe you see a building that is bursting into flames? Or maybe, heaven forbid, like my dad a few years ago, you start feeling that tightening in your chest. Right. Could be really scary. Yep. You want to be able to reach out to 911, but can you get past the lock screen on your cell phone? Do you have a signal?
Do you remember the password?
Do you remember the password in that moment when your adrenaline is going through the roof? Can you place that phone call? It's a lot of steps.
Are you kidding me? I'm lucky if I know where my cell phone is.
Do you know where it is? That's a really good question. That's like the first question you ask.
In my bottomless pit of a purse?
Me too. I would be in serious trouble if I needed that cell phone. This can literally be clipped onto your purse. This can be on your body with that lanyard, and here's how easy it is to use. You simply press and hold the button for 3 seconds, and then you are instantly and immediately connected to that 911 operator in your area. We're gonna show it to you. It's so simple. And then 2-way communication is instantly enabled so that you can talk to that operator. They can hear you, you can hear them.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, I'm testing the 911 Help Now pendant. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, did you hear that? So it's
nice and crisp and clear.
Really easy to hear, easy to explain what's happening, tell them where you are, what's going on. Right. Really, really great technology with the touch of one button, Robin.
And I just think it's so important in this day and age. You know, you want to believe good in everyone.
Of course.
But, you know, this is a day and age where things are heightened and a lot of us are concerned and we want to make sure our grandchildren are okay, our kids are okay, that we're okay, that if we need assistance, that at the push of a button, we can get help. We can tell someone exactly where we are and say, hey, this is what I need, or they can help assist you in that way. To me, it's such a smart tool. The fact that there are no monthly monitoring fees is a big deal for a lot of us, because with that reoccurring fee, a lot of us can't afford that.
Sure.
So this is such a great option that if it's for your grandparents, if it's someone who's elderly, if it's someone who maybe has already existing health issues that they have concerns with, they may need help, this is fantastic. If you've ever been in that moment where you feel vulnerable, you feel alone, you feel like, oh my gosh, I need help and I don't know how to get it. This is the difference between that moment, and not to sound dramatic, but between life and death if you can't get to 911. Now, one thing we do want to recommend when you get this at home, please do, Lori's going to walk us through and talk about it, but set it up and make sure you have that connection. What should we know about that, Lori?
Absolutely. So you don't need to do anything with this right out of the box. You simply place the batteries inside. We're including them. It's 3 AAA batteries. They should last between 1 and 2 years. So you pop the batteries right in the back. It's right under this little cover. And then if you want to test this, and we do recommend you do that, you simply press and hold the button for 3 seconds. When you hear it connect, though, once you hear the phone ringing, I would go ahead and press the phone button on the side to cancel the call, because we don't want to keep the 911 operators on a call that isn't an emergency. But just so you're comfortable with the features and the functionality, and you know that it's going to work in your area, I would go ahead and do that test call and hang up before the operator answers. I think that's the best way to go. But what we love about this is you don't have to be in your house.
Right.
A lot of these technologies, you have to be at home, or you need a landline for it, or you need a cell phone because other things connect via Bluetooth. This is a true standalone device. So you don't need anything else with this. You don't need an account. You don't have to set it up. There's nothing to it. And it's based on cell tower technology, Robin. Okay. So pretty much wherever you have cell signal in this country, you will have a working 911 Help Now pendant. But we do say, again, go ahead and test it out and make sure it's gonna work perfectly in your area.
I think that's just a safe bet.
It really is. And then if you're traveling, you can bring it with you. And that's what's so important about this as well. This is gonna call your local 911 operator. So maybe you're from New York and you're visiting Florida because you're a snowbird and you're coming down to visit her for a few months or whatever the case is. When you have that emergency, if you have that emergency,
that's a great idea.
I know, right?
Like
you can
outdoors, you're walking, hiking,
anywhere,
biking.
doing anything, this will call based on where you are with that cell tower technology. So if you're using this in Florida, it'll reach out to local 911 in Florida. If you're using it back home in New York City and you press the button there, it will reach out to the local 911 operator there. So it's really versatile. And I love this for, like I said, aging adults. It's great for all ages, kids in school. If you have a loved one or somebody who's on a college campus, great idea for them to have. With my mom and dad, they have multiples. So my mom has one on her handbag, one up on the visor of her car. Right, because she's not the generation where she always remembers her cell phone. But this, it's clipped onto her handbag. She never forgets it.
It's such a great idea. And I just think, look, this is someone playing tennis. And I think that if it's just on your pocket, she's not wearing it around her neck.
Right.
But it just gives you great versatility. In your car, you get in a car accident. I mean, there's no monitoring fees, no monthly fees. There's no reoccurring fee whatsoever. I think about kids riding their bikes for coming home from school.
Sure.
Like if you're not a parent that can pick them up every day, you already have guilt about that anyway.
Right.
And this is just that little bit of extra peace in mind. You hear some sound goes bump in the night. You want to immediately hit that button and be able to have two-way communication. That's a nice way to be able to do that. Lori is showing you that 911 wrist alert with the little alarm built in. I'm going to plug my ears. Go for it.
All right, it's loud. Here it is, 120 decibels.
Yeah, it's loud.
Yeah, I saw the crew, a couple, they're jumping a little bit.
Yeah, they're
this
like, what?
is, as you said, bad guy repellent.
It is bad guy
Someone's coming
repellent.
towards you, you want them to get away from you. Or like the gentleman that you're seeing in the video, maybe you should fall, slip and fall at some point, and you don't want to lay there for a long, long time. This is going to help alert maybe neighbors or friends or somebody passing by, if you're out on a bike, to come and help you.
It's fantastic. I'm going to remind you of the colors, and then we're going to take a listen with Shannon Smith, and she had an amazing testimonial call we we want you to hear from Mary, but here's the colors, and then we'll take a listen to Mary and Shannon. So here is the black. We have it in the white. We have red. We have blue. We have teal. You're getting the 911 wrist alert with that 120 decibel alarm. Every color is in sellout quantity except for black. So kind of keep that in mind. $30 off, 5 flexible payments, free shipping. But now let's take a listen to an incredible testimonial call that came in live in the studios, and we were able to replay it for you with Shannon, and our testimonial caller was Mary. Let's take a listen.
Hi, Mary. Welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm so glad that I can talk to you. I just wanted to let you know that your 911 button a year ago saved my life.
Oh, my gosh. How, Mary?
I had a heart attack sitting in my living room, hit the button, passed out, and then when I came to, the operator's going, "This is the 911 operator." My phone rang. "This is the 911 operator."
Oh, wow.
Between the time I hit the button, the time the operator talked to me, the EMTs, it didn't even take them 7 minutes to get to my house.
Oh, my gosh. That is
and if
awesome.
they hadn't had that button around my neck,
Yes.
I wouldn't have made it across the room to get to the telephone.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, Lori, that gives you the hairs on your neck
Oh my
and your
gosh,
arm.
chills every single time.
Yes.
And I've heard it probably, a
lot.
dozen times, yeah.
Yeah.
So this saved Mary's life. She said she is convinced she would not have made it across the room to the phone. Wow. She had the 911 Help Now pendant around her neck. She pressed the button. We all know with a heart event, especially, time
Seconds count.
matters, seconds matter. So you don't want to be calling someone that's a call center that might at some point reroute you to 911. This is direct to the source. So let's talk really quickly about the significance of 911. This 911 operator this is giving you access to the 911 operator, and they are the ones that dispatch emergency services vehicles. So they're the ones that are going to send the ambulance. If you need an ambulance, who do you call? You call 911. That's what this device does. It's a standalone, doesn't do anything else. You don't need Bluetooth. You don't need Wi-Fi. You don't need to be in your home. You don't need to have an account. You don't need to pay for an expensive cell phone for your loved ones who are just using it for emergencies. You don't have to pay that bill every single month because you can use this to do exactly that. And with that two-way communication, you can speak to that 911 operator, they can speak to you. It's the simplest, easiest, and fastest way to call that local 911 operator in your area.
It's so true. And I think if you're looking at this video right now, we're fast approaching 3,500 already spoken for. I mean, maybe you work shift work and you're getting off late at night, and you are maybe walking home or you're walking to the car garage, and someone doesn't look right, or you just feel unsafe. I always say, my mom always said, you get that intuition, and you just need help. You push that 911 button, and you're gonna have two-way communication within 30 seconds. If it's for your little ones, your grandchildren, if it's for maybe just your grandparents, someone who has health issues, you want peace of mind, you want security, you want to know they can get help at a moment's notice. This is how we get it. And you can put it in the car if you're riding your bike, playing tennis, any kind of outdoor hiking or walking or biking. It's fantastic. We're taking $30 off. We have it in black, blue, red, teal, or white. The blue, red, teal, and white are the most limited. It's 661-849, no monthly fees